Are we live? Is it working? Yes? Oh my God. Thank God. Welcome everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Thursday. I think there's already a part in the world that it's Wednesday. It's Thursday already. So if you noticed, we are I think 5-6 minutes late because we were having some technical complications, last minute complications. It always happens, but definitely I think it's working. So let's see if through the show, through this episode, things are going to work well. Please be patient. This is more complicated than it looks, and there's like some technical aspects that we need to figure out last minute. So pray for us. Let's hope that it works by the end of the show. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome to this your new and favorite series called Lights, Camera, On Air. Oh my God! You have no idea what just happened in the last 10 minutes. So we're happy that things are working now. So yeah, I hope you have your coffee, your tea, whatever you like to drink, to be here with us, because believe it or not, we have an amazing show prepared for you today. So welcome everyone for episode number 3 of Lights, Camera, On Air, where this is a show where we talk about video production, virtual events, broadcasting, and more topics when it comes to this creative area. So really, thank you very much for being with us today. Let us know in the comments, where are you from today? I mean, where are you watching from? We know there's people. We have had comments from people in Belarus, in Russia, in Malaysia, in Australia, even watching us. So that's actually something really amazing for us. So just write down in the comments where are you watching from. Would be nice. So yeah, episode number 3 is called The Business Side of Creativity. And this is one of this is a very interesting topic that I'm very passionate about as an entrepreneur. I was it has not been all like perfect, no. And in the beginning, we were having a lot of complications on how can we take this hobby of creating videos into transforming it into a hobby, into a business. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. What happens when, as a creator, you want to explore that idea of starting your own business. So we're going to be talking throughout the episode on things you have to take into consideration to get started, okay? So, let's take a look around what's happening at the studio. I want to say hi, of course, to the team behind this great project, Lights, Camera, On Air. So first, I mean, my name is Omar. If you haven't met me yet, my name is Omar. I'm founder of Showcaser Media, a video production company here in Mexico City, but we are global. We are working with brands around the world. And I'm the host of this show, so welcome. But let's take a look. On the other side, behind the camera, we have Jorge. Jorge is the creative director at Showcaser Media. Jorge, say hi.
Good morning, everyone.
He looks happy right now, but believe me, 5 minutes ago we were so desperate that this thing was gonna crash. But Jorge, good morning. Things are working, so let's pray that things keep on the same flow. So yeah, Jorge is helping a lot when it comes to master control, the switcher, all this technical stuff that happens behind the camera. So yeah. Who else we have today? Of course, as part of the team, and working remotely with us from Monterrey, the north part of the country, we have Danny and Ana Pau. They these two women have been helping us amazing. They have been doing a good work when it comes to the creativity and the marketing and the positioning of this show across our social media platforms. So yeah, hello. I hope that you are doing great today. Look, they even have the background, like the branded background. Like That's crazy. They have the show background on their Zoom background. So that's amazing. That tells you a lot about how committed they are. Good morning. Definitely so nice to see you again. So Danny and Ana Pau are also going to be helping us again through the show to answer the questions on YouTube or to provide some links when you need it. And I've been talking about this from the first episode, and I'm actually going to try to make a bit more emphasis today, because since we started this show 3 weeks ago, we already went from 45 subscribers to 81. That's amazing. In 3 weeks, that's amazing. But I don't know. Some part of me told me that we could make it to 100 by the end of the first show, and it's already a third show, and we haven't achieved that milestone. So please, if you are watching this episode and you are liking what you see, I don't like to just ask for subscribers for free, but if you really like what you see, just hit that subscribe button. It's right there. It's for free. Like, you don't have to pay for subscribing. So just do it. Just do it, and you will make me very happy. You will make the team very happy. And I don't know, there could be a surprise for you waiting if you are the 100th subscriber. I don't know. I'm just saying. I didn't say anything. I'm just like, I'm kind of putting it away. But if it happens, I don't know. This could be your lucky day. So let's move forward. I have this new segment that is called updates, because a lot of people have been asking us, what are you, I mean, this series looks amazing, but is this the only thing you are doing? And I was like, no. I mean, so I thought this could be a good opportunity for us to, as a video production company, as a event production company, to kind of let you know what are the things we are working on right now. So the first thing we are so excited to talk about is we like, this studio was built 3 months ago already. And only in the first month, our first big project in the studio was to host a conference for this organization called ISEC, and it's a team of the national office is a team of 14 people, and they had to make this conference for a huge network of, I think, 800 or 1,000 members out in the country. So we are so excited to announce that we are also going to be hosting the next conference, which is happening just a week from now. So the conference is called Apollo 2020, and it's happening next week. So right now we are already working and preparing everything for this conference. This is a short preview on how things went the last time. It was really, really amazing to have all these people coming together. Of course, like taking the right measures and health measures, but it was really nice to test the studio for the first time, to have all these people come in, to test our equipment, to test the capabilities that this studio could offer. No? And I think based on the video that you can see, we were having such an amazing time, really. And we cannot wait for next week, because we're also having a great event prepared for you. For the people that are going to be part of this. So, yeah, we are very excited. The next thing that we have as well, also next week, and this is also a huge announcement for us as a virtual event production company. Next Tuesday, we're also working with ISEC International, this organization, global organization. They are hosting this event. Massive event for like thousands of people around the world. They're launching the Youth Speak survey. This is a survey that this organization ran for months. They were collecting this information from young people about what young people want in the future, and they are launching the report on this an hour and a half event that we are producing right here from the studio. Right, so. Next Tuesday, we're also very happy to announce that Showcase Media is hosting this event live from this studio right here to the world. So we are very excited. October has been amazingly, it's been amazing. There's a lot of projects coming in, but these two in particular are like something that we are very, very excited. Okay, so that's just a bit of the updates for what we're working on. So yeah, we do something more than just hosting this event. All right, then let's keep moving. Today's special guest, he's a good friend of mine from 3 years ago. His name is Santi. You already, if you put attention into what was happening on social media, there is like some interesting facts about Santi. So yeah, we're gonna have an amazing guest today. Don't worry, it's gonna come, but we're gonna be talking about this specific topic on how to get started from like shifting into making your hobby a whole business, right? Whew. So let's get moving. Let's get started with this. The first segment of this show, as you remember, is called retrospective. Now we are making a 10 chapter documentary that tells the story of Showcaser Media, and today is chapter 3, which is called Perseverance. And yeah, I mean, I was telling this yesterday on social media. The more Jorge and I are working on this documentary, believe me, it's really amazing, kind of to go back and remember those things that were happening back in the day. So yeah, Perseverance is, I mean, all of the chapters are actually very good, but this in particular is very important because it really marks the beginning of Showcaser Media from some years ago. All right, so I'm not gonna spoil it. So Jorge, just tell me if you are ready to play this video.
We are ready.
We're ready. So action. Enjoy. (2016). June 2016. My first showcasing gig for an event, which means the first time I have to film and edit a daily recap video in real time. The mission? Having it ready by the end of the day to show it to over 500 people for the closing of the day. When the time comes and the video is being displayed and you get to see how people react to it, wow. It's simply one of the best feelings ever you can have as a creator. The showcasing team for a conference was built by volunteer creatives in different disciplines. There is a social media team, a design team, a photographer's team, a videographer's team. All these people working together towards the same purpose: transforming the story of the event into powerful pieces of content. It must have been around those times when we asked ourselves, if people like what we do, why don't we turn this concept into a business idea? And so, we did. For many weeks, we focused the conversation around this crazy idea of starting our own business. The pros and cons, the opportunities that could possibly arise for us, the challenges we would face as a remote creative team living in different cities across the country, and the natural doubts of knowing whether the service we were offering was something businesses would find attractive or not. We found the opportunity to get out and test it ourselves. Creating content in real time for a restaurant chain in Mexico City for free. Hey, you've got to start somewhere, right? From photos and videos to social media posts, step by step, we were trying out new styles and approaches. We believed in our project, in our talent, and most importantly, our ability to create things together. But because we were so new to this world of entrepreneurship, with zero experience on how to operate a business, on how to get new clients, and the continuous impossibility to gather together as we were fully remote, the dream slowly started to fade away. But somehow, the idea sticked into my mind. 1 year later, it was time to try again. On site was a team of 5 creatives. We've known each other and have worked together for quite some time already. Having learned a lot from that first attempt, this time I was convinced I could make it work by taking a different approach. We made of On-Site a more solid and consistent project. We understood that before jumping into the chaos of setting up a business, the most important thing for us was to have a clear identity. We kept the core idea of creating content for events in real time. We went back to testing and building our portfolio, and for the very first time, there was this notion that we were on the right path. Perseverance is the ability to keep doing something in spite of obstacles. In this world of entrepreneurship, things are not always going to work out on the first attempt. You've got to keep trying and allowing yourself to fail. Because if you are not failing, you are probably not really moving forward. Our first serious and paid business opportunity came through the door. A massive graduation with over 1,000 people. We started preparing our cameras, cleaning our lenses, and backing up our memory cards. It was showtime. Whew. So, how was it? That was really good, no? And yeah, I told you. This is just the beginning. It's episode number 3 of Retrospective. I can guarantee you that it's going to get better. So, I think that was a very good video, no? What do you think of it? I think it was actually really good. Now, let's move to the next section of this episode, which is called Let's Get Hacky. Again, part of the show is us trying to tell you, based on our experience, based on the things we have learned throughout these years, like how to get started, not just as a video creator, but also or as a content creator, but also like how can you transform these ideas into a tangible business. Okay. Now, one of the things we struggled a lot in the beginning was how can we get, or how can we find our first client? That's a huge milestone, and that's going to be the conversation of today in this space. We're going to give you 5 hacks that will get you closer to finding that first client as a creator. Doesn't matter if you're creating videos, photos, or any other kind of content. All right. So the first hack that we have for you is you need to be able to define your areas of expertise, first of all, and you need to list them down. You need to list down like, okay, what are the things I'm good at this point in time that I can offer, right? And that I can put myself out there, and if someone asks me to do this, I can actually help, right? This is not about over-promising or like letting people know that you can do something that you actually cannot. So make sure that at this point in time, understand, okay, this is what I'm good at. I can take pictures, I can take videos, I can do writing, or like script writing or whatever. And this is the thing I can provide to someone, a client, right? And once you have that list broken down, just try to find out there what a specific market niche or like a niche of clients that could benefit from this thing that you are offering, right? It's not gonna just come by itself. So you need to make a proper research on what industries are looking for this specific value that you can provide. The next thing is you need to be able to build a consistent personal branding. All right. So if these are the things that you are very good at, how can you build a branding around those fields that are connected to you, right? And this is a very important case because now it's about you letting your network, letting the people that know you, that you are into this specific theme, that you are into these specific fields, all right? You need to become an expert in that field, right? And people need to recognize you because you are talking about this specific kind of content that you create, and because you know about this area. So keep writing posts on social media about this specific field so that people can recognize you, that you are an expert on that field. The next one, you need to be able to create a portfolio that makes you proud, right? Once you already have the experience of creating this kind of content, then make a portfolio which has to be an easy to share tool that people can see. And it needs to make you proud, because then people are going to see that this is something that you put time and effort and that you are actually good at what you are offering. Right? It could be a website, it could be a PDF file, a photo album that you can send and people can see that, oh, this is actually very, very good. Okay? The next point is also very important, which is you need to find those clients. First, you need to go out, use the platforms that will help you reach your ideal customers and that you have the specific niche. Use tools like LinkedIn or Instagram or websites or emails to make that first approach, right? Now that you're ready, just put yourself out there. But it's not just also about finding your clients, but also how can you make sure that you are being found. So also use your social media platforms of your preference, put your work, make people know how can they find you, and it's going to be a good mix into how can you find your opportunities and how can opportunities find you, all right? And once you have the call, once you have that meeting, that initial meeting, which is very important, try to focus the conversation first on what is it that your client is struggling with. No? What are your client's problems and how are you going to be able to solve it with the value that you can provide? So once you figure out this problem and once you put, how do you say, like identify that solution, then make sure that the conversation is all around it. Right? And then that's the first hook, and believe me, it's gonna get better as you keep making these calls. All right? So these are the 5 hacks that will get you closer to closing that first deal. So I really hope you liked it. And now let's move to the next section, which is our music break with Julia Samokina. So if you are ready, I'll see you there. Wow, how was it? How was this amazing music break by Julia Samokina? Wow, you can tell that she's really, really talented, and yeah, I really love to have her on the show, playing music for us. Amazing, amazing. Don't worry, we'll have another music break by the end of this show, so you can keep enjoying this amazing and talented musician. But now, let's go now to the next section, which is bringing in our special guest, Santi Celes. So here's a picture from us. I think it was probably 2 years ago. I actually cannot remember now, but here we are. Before I went to Norway, before he actually moved as well to Europe. And he will correct me later, but here we were, just in this amazing place in Mexico City that I really love. It's a place where it's called Garibaldi, a place where you can just gather with your friends, share some tequila, and sing mariachi music, mariachi songs out loud. So yeah, here we were having a lot of fun. And yeah, it was amazing to just be there with some friends. So Santi, let's just check if he's already here. Santi, are you there?
Hi, can you hear me there?
I can hear you. Nice.
Hey.
Amigo, how are you? How are you today?
I'm all good. I'm all good. And you?
I'm amazing.
How's life there in Mexico?
Well, life is good. Life is good. Enjoying how things are working globally, but it's amazing. It's amazing now with this project. I'm actually very happy to have you join today on this show. Thank you very much for giving us some time from your busy agenda.
Yeah, for sure. No, thanks so much for the invitation. Happy to be here.
It's really amazing. So yeah, just a short story. Santi, if you saw the documentary, Santi was my first client, my first big client, right? And he was the person organizing these massive events. But maybe, Santi, you can just tell us a bit of how it all started for you. And
yeah, sure.
Where are you right now? What are you doing? How? Just in short.
Yeah, and, as you said, I'm now located in Germany. I'm working in Bonn. It's a small city south to Cologne. So yeah, normally everyone knows Cologne, but now it's just the next city to the south. And I have been here already for 2 years. It's crazy how time flies so fast. And but yeah, it has been such an experience. And as you said, I started some years ago with a small event company.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had the pleasure to meet each other through ISEC and all of these events together. And there was one point where we needed to work together, right?
Yes. Here's a picture of you. What are you currently doing? I mean, what can we see in this picture? You're just there chilling in a huge studio. I can see a lot of screens.
Oof, yeah, so this was a live event we had last week. It was live here from Germany also, and it was a global automotive conference.
Yeah.
And as you know, we were having a lot of restrictions to the current situation. So this event was supposed to be happening live with a live audience.
Yeah.
But of course it was canceled, and we decided to take a leap of faith and look into these digital formats. And so we had decided to go with a full digital conference, and
Wow.
I was in charge of together with my team, we were running all the digital production. So yeah, it was quite a challenge. It was quite exciting. Yeah.
Man, I can just see. I'm a huge fan of big setups, and I can see a lot of computers, a lot of cameras, a lot of equipment. So let's jump into that later. For now, I would like to show the audience, because I think the documentary talk about that very first project, but we didn't show the video we did for you. So I would like to take this next minute to show the video of this first video for you as our first big client. So let's take a look.
Yeah, let's look at it.
Let's do it. Riding my pony, my saddle's waiting. Come and jump on it. You're on it. Let's do it. riding my pony, my saddle's waiting, coming, jump on it. If you want it, let's do it. Riding my pony, my saddle's waiting, coming, jump on it. If you want it, let's do it. Riding my pony, my saddle's waiting, coming, jump on it. I'm just a bachelor, looking for a partner, someone who knows how to ride. Don't even fall in love. Gotta be compatible. Take me to my limits. Oh, girl, when I break you off, I promise that you won't wanna get off. If you're on it, let's do it. Riding my pony, my saddle's waiting, coming, jump on it. If you're on it, let's do it. Riding my pony, my saddle's waiting, coming, jump on it.
Wow, how was that video? Santi, how was that video? I can tell you before you jump in. It's been, if I remember correctly, it's been 3 years since we created that video for you in that event. It was in the beginning, and I can tell you that I can see this video, and it's one of my favorite videos. And there's been a lot of progress already, but this one, it makes me dance. It makes me feel like, oh my God, this event was really cool. So, what do you remember about this project?
Oh man, yeah, like every time I see this video, every time I get excited. I really think it's like one of the best videos that you have made for sure. And I was really excited with the quality of it and the final result. I think like every time I was showing this in the after process with my customers when I was trying to sell, they were really happy with the video. They were like, "Oh my God, if you can do this, I'm sure you're gonna be the perfect company to hire."
Yeah, it was really a good experience for us as a team on site. Back then, it was a name. Yeah, we were very nervous, I can tell you, and we were like, how can we make this the best possible? And I really think that we achieved that purpose. Let's talk about. I want to center the conversation around this in the beginning. So I'm going to be showing a video in the background of another event, but for this video, the question that I have is it's another video that we did for you at some other point in time. But I want to ask you, as a business owner that you were back then, in those years, that you were growing a lot, as you can see in the video, how did you identify that need for content in your business, right? Or like, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I think it was really interesting for us as a company to see how we were growing so much in that point. And I mean, of course, we are like getting into this point where we're like growing and growing and growing, and of course, we're getting more important clients. But there was one point where we were like a little bit stuck with in this point where we were not able to get this content in a professional way. Of course, you go there, you're setting up the event and everything, and you take out your phone, you make some pictures, you make some videos, but of course, it's not the professional level that we were wanting, right? So
yeah.
I think that's one of the main points where I was okay. Now we need to, as we are growing, we also need to find some time to find a proper video production company.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So, what were you looking for, like when it comes to content, like specifically, and why? Why was it useful for you?
I mean, you know it, right? Like as I will say it, it's really important that if you have a business or a company, and it doesn't matter, because even if you're starting, you need to really focus on having nice content, and your content needs to be good enough, and needs to be powerful enough to be able to sell by itself. You know, when you're going to a meeting with a customer and then you are like, okay, these are our services. You can really spend so much time showing a presentation, some slides and everything. But if you really have one quality video that you show to them, believe me, that's like a break point for you to be able to close the deal with them. So yeah, like I think for me it was really important to have these quality videos, of course. I really want to share with the customers with this video that if they were hiring me as a company, they were gonna have a successful event. So I think that was the main focus for me.
Yeah, that's good. So then, what can you highlight about outsourcing content creation for your business?
Yeah, I think this is it's a good question, right? Because I mean, we were in one point with our events that we were so busy doing so many topics of the planning for the event that, to be honest, I just really want to get rid of the responsibility of doing the video, right? Because I mean, you cannot take care of everything, right? So there's one point where you really need to outsource some projects, and of course, I really want to get into one point where I was feeling really, really comfortable with leaving all of this content creation to someone that I know that was professional. And for sure, I was looking into a group of experts that they were like really good in this part of content creation, video creation, and of course also, I don't think it's only about making a video, right? Because like a lot of people can do video nowadays, but it's more about the storytelling for sure. And I really want to get this idea of having an event with my company, that it was just not going to be another event. It was going to be a full experience for the customer.
Yeah. Yeah, what you're saying is right. I do remember how, I mean, when we were there just shooting and making photos, like you were everywhere in the place. You were talking to your engineers, to the people that were setting up the stage. I could just see, and also like I think you were also like creating the visuals of the event. And I was like, wow, like how is this person just managing all of these things together? And of course, I understood like what our responsibility was, not to, okay, you need to find a way, or like Santi needs to find a way to put all this huge amount of work into like creative pieces of content, so that when people see what he's capable of doing, definitely it's going to help have more customers. So it's definitely one of the things I really learned with working with you, from working with you, and my huge admiration. Like all these big productions, wow, really,
Thank you,
wow,
thank
man.
you.
So
yeah, I think it was
yeah.
it was such a challenge, right? Like in one point, it was like so many stuff to do for our events, and of course, like I think we like one of my best friends, and also you know him, Cesar. He was also like helping us with a lot of the production.
Yeah.
And so I think it was really important for us to split the tasks, and so he was taking care of sometimes of the audio, or sometimes I was taking care of the lighting, or sometimes I was just focusing like in this event from the like it was like a corporate event.
Yeah.
And we did a video mapping. I was really focusing on the content creation, right? So it was like a lot of animation, and for me it was really important to really have someone that was professional enough, so I can just get rid of this making a video task. And yeah, like I think I was really happy with the final result from these videos, and I think it was like a good beginning for the like this working relationship that we started together, right?
Yeah. So what did you like about working with us? What did you like about it?
Yeah, I think like for example, I think it's important for sure that you always look into having someone professional and everything. But as I know you from before, so for some events in the past and everything, and I was always aware that you were creating content, right? So you were always posting on your social network. All the time I was looking in your profile, and you were always like sharing, this is a new video, I was doing this project with these persons, and I was really excited about okay, if he can do this quality in content for these events, for sure he's gonna be delivering the same quality for me, right? So I was like, okay, why don't we take like a leap of faith with him? Okay, let's try to work with our first project together. And I think like you already showed the video, and I think everyone was pretty happy with the final results, right? And this project, I think we split it into two different ones, right? So it was like the one that was for the final customer.
Yeah.
So they had like an after movie for them, and I think like they were really excited with this video. They even asked for me if I can go there and explain how it was made and everything. And I also asked you to get me a video for me to be able to sell this content. So yeah, like if you really see both videos, they are so different and the way they are structured and everything.
Yeah.
and I really like both of them, but they are used for different purposes, and I think they like both goals they were achieved correctly.
Yeah, and what I remember a lot was all the amount of conversations we were having even before getting started. What were the things that you were looking for from a content creation agency, which is what we were called back in the day. Um, and yeah, now that you mentioned these two examples, there was like a huge need of having achieving two different purposes, to in a way, I don't know what's the word, like to delight your customer with an after movie that is like, ah, wow, this is a movie that helps me relive this experience, this event, no. But on the other side, for you as a event producer, uh, you needed to, as a way to promote yourself, you need to have a piece of content that is not just about how people feel of the event, but also how you and your team work together. And I think that's something that people really like to see when working with a production company, of an event production company. So uh, back in the day, I didn't understand why you needed two videos. No, I was like, why do you need two videos?
Yes,
You can
yes, for sure.
you can use the same video for both the purposes. Like, no,
Yeah, yeah.
really, you will see when it's made. And now I see it. Now I understand it for sure.
Yeah, I think it was important for us to as a company to be able to have this video. Of course, normally what you want to achieve with the after movies in this case is that the people that were part of the event, like the attendees and all of the organizers, that they were enjoying the event, right? So you like I remember in the video that you were showing a lot of content from the faces, from how they are really enjoying the video, and in the in that is like the after movie for the customer. But in my case, the video that was used for me in my case for selling, of course I cannot show that much amount of faces and close-ups, because sometimes people they don't even like to be that close to the camera, right? So we are also need to be a little bit discreet with that. But I think for me the most important part of the difference between videos is that one was of course like for them to feel like to remember the event as an experience, and the second video was for me a tool for selling, right? So I really wanted to focus more on how amazing the event was looking, the lighting, the stage, video mapping we had also, like I remember that you make some close-ups to the DJ mixer we had in that moment,
Hmm.
and I think all of these factors they make this video also super super nice and super attractive when
Yeah,
I was using it for selling.
and I think it was very useful with those conversations. And I was talking about this on the Let's Get Hacky section.
Yes.
Like, you need to understand what I mean. Most of the times, your client is going to ask you for, like, yeah, I just need photos, I just need videos, I just need this kind of content. But you have to, like, to go deep. It's like, okay, what do you need in that video specifically? No, because I mean, video can communicate a different things in the way you edit it. No, so the fact that you were telling me, I was looking for like ways to keep promoting my service. So I was like, okay, what is he doing, and how can we put that into video? Okay, so we will put the videos on those couple of videos with the audio, etc., so that you can see the distinction between those two different videos and the different purposes that it has for it. So now you were telling me about the good things, no, the good things about our work, but I also remember, and I think that's also very important that we are able to share. There's a good side of working with a creative team, no, but there were also like some things that didn't work out well. So what can you tell me
Yeah.
about it?
Yeah, I remember that when we were talking about this project, it was okay. I gave you like a basic briefing of what was the event about. So we were having like this massive prom party for some high school in Mexico, and we were gonna have around 2,000 and a half attendees. So it was like quite a big event, right? And I remember that I told you, okay, so this is the event, this is the place, and I remember that you were there with us on the first hours of the production time. And I mean, you can see like the place is just a empty gigantic space, like looks more like a warehouse. So the idea was to share with the customers. Okay, we want to create a video that shows how we can create this empty space. How can we make it an experience for you? So I remember when people were getting into the event, we were like so amazed by the production, because I remember that like we designed this 270 degrees screen, and it was just crazy, right? So it was really really amazing to see in this video how we were managed to create this event from scratch, from zero, into creating this night experience for them. And yeah, I remember that we have like some small briefing. You and me, we had a coffee. We talk about it. And I remember that I also asked you for a video and pictures, right? Because for me, it was also important to have a set of pictures that I can also use in my presentations.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I was really excited to see the video because it was like the first part that you shared with me. Like I remember that it was like, hey, this is the video, this is the link, please check it and let me know what you think, or if you want to have some changes, let me know, right? So I remember that I was so excited. I opened the video, and then after I finished, I was like, man, there's nothing to change about this video. It's so well created. I'm really happy. I can just wait to show it to everyone, right?
Yes.
And then after that, I was like, okay, now I'm gonna take a look at the pictures. So I was really excited about like, okay, if the video is this amazing, the pictures are, of course, I'm gonna be the same, right? So then you send me the link to the folder of the pictures, and I was like, oh my god, I'm not sure how to react to this because, yeah, like the pictures were not good enough. They were having like a lot of noise, and I remember that I was like, dude, is this a joke or something is happening here? And of course, yeah, like the pictures were not. Unfortunately, they were not good enough, and I was not able to use them in the future. So even though we tried to make some
Changes.
color correction and stuff, it was really hard. And like for me, yeah, like the pictures were not good at all.
Yeah, and I think it was also very important. We were having this conversation a couple of days, a week ago, kind of preparing this conversation, and I was like, wow, I also remember that conversation we were having. And looking back, we were starting, right? And then I think our priority was most focused on video, no? And we were a team of 5. And back in the day, we didn't have like that amount of gear, and we didn't have the best, like, let's say, camera lenses for like low light events like this one. If you could see, there's like very low light coming from different sources. So I guess it was really the lack of preparation. We were so into, we need to make this video be so good that we just couldn't focus or like put the specific amount of time dedicated to like how can we have a very good set of pictures for you. So yeah, that was a bit of a mistake from our side because we didn't prepare enough for this kind of environment. And yeah, I think the point of having this conversation is it needs to help people understand that you need to be very prepared for every single moment, every single thing that could potentially happen in that event. Because we think it's going to be perfect, but then we get to the place and oh, there is not enough light, and my lenses, my camera is not good for this environment. So yeah, we learned a lot from that, and we have this discussion for quite some time. I remember.
Yeah, for sure. I remember that. I mean, of course, in this type of events, it's really challenging, as you said, because you have like a lot of change in the light, of course, because you have like a lot of kind of concert setup light. You have like all of these moving heads with a lot of power, and then of course it's really hard to see to really focus on the photos. So yeah, like for me, as we said, it was good content, and even though the photos were not they were not good as I was expecting, I was really happy with the video. So I think I was really able to use the video. And I mean, as I told you a couple of days, I'm even using this video sometimes now here in Germany. I because I'm so excited, right? Like I shared it with my friends, and I'm like, hey guys, look at this. This is what I was doing back in Mexico, and I'm really proud of it. So I think it's for me, it's also a way to remember my work from when I was living back in Mexico.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, maybe in the future we'll be working together a couple of videos more. So I'm really sure about that.
Okay, this is recorded, eh? So you already said it. No. Okay, so
Let's do it then.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point for people to learn from our experience as well. Now, I wanna ask you, kind of like more like between business owner to business owner back in the day, and you were looking for this content creation agency, but I mean, what makes you take the decision, or like I need to go for this specific content creator? No, what are you looking for to make a decision, to help you to make a decision? This is the person right for the job.
Okay, yeah, I mean, in our specific case, I think it was a lot of okay, we know each other, and I think like he's my good friend, and I know he's good on what he's doing. So I was like for that for me that was really important, right? Like I was giving you a little bit of my um, of a confidence vote there, and we continue with that. But for sure, if you're not if you want to show, or if I want to hire someone like a AV content creation company, for sure I'm always looking at some aspects, right? I mean, I really ask them to give me like a portfolio of their work in the past, for sure. You need to be able to see what they do, how they do it, and of course if they like, the more they have, they are more capable of doing this, and they can really adapt to the different necessities of each client. And of course nowadays it's really important to have like a website, for example, where people just can go there and check information about you, where you're established, how many years have you been working, and see a little bit of pictures and photos, right? And for example, I think that's really important if you see a supplier that has a website, a Facebook page, and an Instagram page, or whatever you're using nowadays. If they are always following a guideline in their image and in their content, and they are really taking care of this content that they share there, of course, this takes so much time, right? Like
Yeah.
people, they think like, yes, social network is really easy to manage, but not. And if the company you're hiring, or even though it could be like a small company or even a freelancer, if they are really putting effort into taking care of this small world of the social network,
Yeah.
for sure you're gonna get quality, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's really important to hire someone that has like a portfolio to show you from their past events or past video production projects or anything. But I'm really sure that also like you need to hire someone that's passionate about what they are doing, right? Because
Yeah.
I think like there are outside like so many companies nowadays, but I don't know, like I don't feel that everyone is really passionate about what they do. And I think when I went with you to these videos, I knew that you were so passionate about it. Like, I mean, I don't remember how many hours we spent there in the production of the event, like 20 hours, something like that, for these big events. And you were there since hour one, and then until we everyone left together, right? So
Yeah.
that for me was really important to see, because it was like, I mean, he could just go home now after 3-4 hours of the event with the content he already recorded, but he's here. He wants to record more content, and I think that for me is really important to see someone passionate about what they are doing, because that for me is it goes together with the definition of, yes, it's gonna be a nice content what I'm gonna receive.
Yeah, makes me remember that day when we went back to that event where you were just building all the structure of this event, and it was, I think it was like 1 or 2 a.m. because we wanted to have that time lapse of the people preparing. Yes. So yeah, if you really like what you do and you understand the purpose of it, then of course you're gonna make it. So yeah, so if you are a creator and you wanna get started, these points that Santi just mentioned, the things that business owners take into consideration when hiring someone: make sure that you have a portfolio, that you're passionate about it, that you have a personal brand around what your field, and it's gonna make it easier for people to trust that you are good for this task. Now we are heading to the last question of that I have prepared, but if there is someone in the audience in YouTube that wants to make a question to Santi, this is the time for it. So Danny and Ana Pau will just send them over to me for this last section. So as this happens, this is a tricky question I want to ask you, Santi. So how I want to find a connection between how you started. I think it was 11 years ago you were mentioning.
Yes.
I want to
Yes,
make a
it was
connection
some time ago.
about how you started doing what you were doing back in the day, and all these things that you were learning across these years that have led you to the point where you are in right now. And also the combination of different disciplines, hiring a content creation agency. Let's make a timeline, all right? So, and I have some pictures that will describe it. So what about this first picture of if this was 11 years ago, really, time is not hitting you so hard.
Yeah, I know I look better now, but But yeah, this picture here,
Yeah.
it's just crazy to imagine how many years have been already. And this picture was, I think, like almost 12 years already. This was my first event ever.
Yeah.
This was at my friend's house. She's Marta. She's there next to me, and she was like, "Okay, guys, I know that you are going into this crazy adventure of buying some speakers and some DJ equipment, and I want you to be in my party, right?" So for us, it was the first event ever. It was really, really interesting to go there, like because we were even getting out of the new boxes, all the equipment in that moment. So it was like our first experience with like in this event world, even though it was like a house party and everything, but it was like the first approach, right? And
Yeah.
for us, it was like just looking in the past and see how much the company has evolved since this event that was so many years ago. It's just crazy. Like I would never have imagined, right, to be where we are now. And for sure, like the last big event that I had in Mexico before moving to Germany, I remember that I was having so many feelings in that moment because it was like for me, it was like a closing of this chapter of my life.
Yes.
But it was like, oh my God, like I started with one house party for friends and we were like around 20 people. And it was really funny because it was like, okay, I don't know which songs even to play. And now like I was at the end, I was like really able to play like a lot of songs and really, really able to bring the full party to dance while just like, okay, this song could fit in this moment, right? So it was
Yes.
really, really interesting to see how we evolve as a company.
Yeah.
And yeah, like
Moving
I
forward.
never imagined this.
So what
Yeah.
about this next picture of you? I mean, it's not you, but it's. I think this is a picture we took in that event, that graduation. I think it's one of the best pictures, to my difference. It's this structure, and the lights coming in. Now you have evolved a lot into producing events in a larger scale in Mexico City, or in Mexico.
Yes. Yeah, so this event was a video that we created together, but this event was craziness, right? There was like a lot of planning, and I was so focused on bringing something different for this event that this structure that you can see here, it was an automated structure. It was changing level, so it was
Yeah.
moving and it was having some engines there moving. And I mean, that for me was like a really big impact in my budget because I really wanted to do something different, but in the end it was like really costly. Even though I was really excited with the final results.
Yeah.
And for me, just remembering in my first event that I was even asking for a electric extension, like electric cord, like, hey, I cannot even plug my computer because I don't have enough cables. And just to think about like, yes, like at the end I was designing this massive stage for 2,000 people and then having like a DJ in the center of the dance floor with a LED screen around him. So it was really, really crazy just to think like how
Yeah.
we started and how it had been developing for the last years. And yeah, I think has been just a crazy experience.
But then you just keep adding more and more
Yes,
things.
for sure. So yeah, as I mentioned, we started only with the DJ stuff, renting some speakers, and then with time, it was really really nice to see how our same circle of friends they were recommending us with their friends and with their family, and then it just started growing. And then there was one point where the same customers they were asking us like, hey, can we also hire you to bring some like the food part of the event, like the catering part, and also like some
Wow.
bartenders and like Cesar, my friend, he was taking care of bringing also like like all of this furniture for the event. So I think we find a really good way of expanding our services into this event world. And there was one point where we were just supplying everything, right? So it was like we were finding the venue, we were doing this venue outsourcing that is really really
Yeah.
interesting and complicated in Mexico because as you know, Mexico is such a big place.
Yeah.
Mexico City, you have like a ton of venues, but you really need to find the best one for your customers. So yeah, like
Yes.
finding a venue, then looking at all the preparation of the event, it was just like a crazy amount of stuff, you know, like even like these small giveaways that you give in the parties when everyone is already like a couple of hours into the party, then you go out and you just give like these hats with lights and everything. So yeah, like people don't see all of these small details that you go through all the setup of an event. but it was crazy, like how we started from just putting the music and then until supplying the full event experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just amazing.
And then it was time to take it to different places, not just in Mexico, but around the
Yes.
world. So what about this picture? I think it was in Colombia. You were mentioning.
Yeah, so this picture was an international conference for a paint company based in Mexico, but they were taking their biggest customers
Wow.
from Mexico. I mean, as they were the top 100 customers, they were just inviting them for free. They were like the company was taking care of everything. They were taking them to normally it's called like exotic locations around the world. So this time it was in Colombia, it was in Cartagena, and it was really really amazing, right? It was like a super nice location. I think it was like this old colonial building, and they wanted to have something different. They didn't want to have like the traditional stage where you have like someone there speaking, you put some slides. And what we did, we designed this stage that you put on the screen, and it was all video mapped, right? So we were like showing some really interactive content for the customers, and I think they were really delighted with it. And for me, just thinking that I was starting from my friend's garden doing some music, then going all the way to Colombia to do these international events, it for me was like just like, oh my God, this is crazy, and I'm not even finishing my university because I was studying still when I was doing that event.
That was
And for
crazy.
me, it was like I was not able to believe that was happening in that moment of my life, like that level of complexity in events and professional level.
Okay, now there is this video that you sent me as well. How many people are in this room? It's crazy.
Okay, sure.
It's this video. There's like 6,000 people you were mentioning.
Yes. Yeah,
Wow.
I think,
So you
yeah,
took it to the next level.
yes, I think this was one of my last events in Mexico City before moving to Europe.
Yeah.
This event was hosting around 5,000 and a half
Wow.
attendees. And it was, yeah, I think it's like the biggest home party in Mexico. And it was unbelievable, complex. Like the level of complexity was just
Yeah.
crazy, you know. But once you're there in the event, I was experienced this sensation of being there, having this amount of people enjoying music all together. It was amazing. I think just looking into the past, like we started from a party for 20 people, and I closed my event career in Mexico with an event for 6,000 people almost. Just it's just amazing. It's one of the best feelings ever.
What a way to close.
Just amazing.
Yeah. Now that takes me to what's happening on today with you. There's these couple of pictures of you in your current job at the DHL as a global event manager, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
So the combination of all these skills, adding different elements, not just the production side, but also you're talking about the content creation, that it played a huge role for your business and the way you were exposing it out and the way it was attracting new clients. But now you are here. I mean, you are there in Germany.
Yes. Oof, yeah.
What do
So,
you-
as you said, like with these past 11 years or almost 12 now, I put together a lot of knowledge in myself. You know, like I know a lot now about technology, all of this AV content creation. I'm really I can really think about, I don't know, like speaker sets, audio sets, video sets,
Yeah.
LED walls, and everything. So just bringing all of this knowledge together with my passion also for events, I think it was like the best fit for my current job that I have here in Germany. So currently I'm working, as you said, I'm working as a global event manager for DHL. The headquarters of the logistics company, they are here in Germany. And now after the Corona situation started, we were looking into options of how can we continue engaging with our customers the right way if we cannot get into a meeting room with them, right? So for us, it was really, really hard because like many of our customers, of course, they travel together, they go to a location where we set up one of our global conferences. And yeah, we have like a lot of content there for them. We have meetings, a lot of workshops. And for us, it was really, really hard to think that we were not able to do this because
Yeah.
all of our events for the rest of the year, they were canceled, right?
Yeah.
So then we decided to like together with my team, we proposed the idea of opening a streaming studio. And
Looks
believe
like-
me, it has been crazy.
Looks
Like we
great.
started with this project, and we have already like 85 shows streamed live. And normally
Wow.
they are not as big as the picture you showed, but it's like a lot of content. You need to take care of so many aspects. And I think like just putting together all the knowledge that I have achieved with or put together from the past years have helped for everything, right? Because I know an event is running. I know how all of this equipment works together. So it's really, for me, has been really easy to adapt to this new like digital era that we are facing now. And yeah, has been such a crazy experience.
It
Like
looks
even
great.
since I moved to Germany, I think I have changed so much. Also, like in the past 2 years, has been a lot of good stuff, a lot of bad stuff for sure, a lot of learnings, a lot of knowledge, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow. I mean, I can see a lot of cool things in that studio that I would definitely love to have here in the studio.
Oh, yeah,
We will
yeah.
get there at some point. I'm
I know you will be there.
So, wow, this is amazing how to see like all this evolution that you were keep getting better at what you were doing, and I think that in terms of the creative side, like for people that are into this world of creating things, I think the point that I'm trying to make here is you are a work in progress, no? So it's gonna take some time, maybe some 11 years to get to that level of like we are doing really really great things, and it's just amazing, and I feel hopeful for the future that is coming. So yeah, definitely this is the message that I think we're trying to put here today. But yeah, that's my last question, and I think there's there's space for one question from the audience. You might know him. His name is Cesar Herrera. He says he knows you, but he's asking, what was your most successful event planning experience?
I think this is a tough one, right? Because for me, I could say yes, this event with 6,000 people was my biggest.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really proud of this event. Of course, it was the biggest one, the most challenging one, and everything. But I think where I really felt like super happy with myself, and I feel really fulfilled with doing events. I had like a small family party, and like the majority of attendees, they were having they were a little bit sick.
Oh.
But for me, it was really, really, I don't know, it was like the sensation that I was having that moment, like look at all of these people having so many restrictions with their lives, like health situations and a lot of stuff. For me, it was really, really nice to see that they were enjoying this small event, right?
Yeah.
They were dancing like crazy. They were just having the best time of their life. And for me, I think this was one of my best successful events, because it's not about like doing something big. It's just really like, for me, it was the way that I was like, okay, yeah, like they're gonna remember this night forever because they're really enjoying it. And it was like crazy for me, like to see how they were really, really having fun that night. It was really nice to see that.
Okay. I wish we could have more time for more questions, but I'll make sure to put those to send those to you, Santi.
Yes.
So how can people find you today?
Yeah. So as you know, I'm not having any more social network, at
Yeah.
least the common ones, but I'm keeping my professional one open, right? So if you wanna get in contact with me, if you wanna have a small conversation with me, you can reach me through LinkedIn. There's my contact information there. Whatever you need to talk about, how I like, if I have any recommendations for you to start your own business, or how I moved to Germany, yeah, whatever you want to talk, I'm really open for sharing my experience with everyone. And I think like the more we share these experiences with everyone is the best, right?
Yeah, for sure. So there's a contact in the screen. If you want to reach out to Santi, I definitely recommend for events, for getting your start with your business, for digital productions. He's a person for it. So, Santi, really, man, I'm so happy. First, like that we are very good friends for quite some time already. That we have been able to grow together. I think we both have seen our evolution, and we've been part of that. So thank you very much for, first of all, for hiring us for that first project. Thank you very much. I still owe you that, because that was really the breaking point for us, and definitely things have been going way better from that experience. Thank you also for being here with us today. Really appreciated the time that you spent in the preparation and in the execution of this show. And of course, looking forward to hear from you in the future. Let's keep in contact, and yeah, pretty sure as you said earlier, we're gonna be able to be working together in the future.
for
So
sure.
thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you so much for the invitation. I think it has been a great experience to be here.
Yeah.
And like for me, it's really exciting to see also like the previous episode with people that I know, and for me, it's just amazing to see like how all of us we are all over the world. We are growing in different ways, but it's just amazing to see this show getting bigger. So
Yeah.
congratulations on that. Good job on the effort, and I'm sure it's gonna be growing and growing. And all the best for you, my friend.
Thank you, amigo. Thank you very much. I really appreciate
Maybe
it.
see you this year in December.
Oh, are you coming? Well, maybe.
I'm looking at the options. I'm not sure yet that it's gonna be possible, but for sure if I go there, we need to go to Tenampa again.
And we need to take that picture that we don't have.
Yes, for sure.
All right, thanks, Santi. Thank you very much
so
for
much.
being here with us today. So that brings me then to the next section of the last section of this episode, which is the takeaways. This is just like some recommendations I have for everyone. So 5 takeaways that we can give you out of this episode is, I think the first one for sure is it comes from the documentary, which is the word perseverance. It's the ability to keep doing something in spite of obstacles. So huge recommendation for everyone out there that is starting. The idea of transforming creativity into business: be constant and be patient, and you need to deal with failure. If the first time doesn't work, it's gonna work at some point. But you just need to be truly loyal to your beliefs and your talent, right? So be perseverant. Just be perseverant. Okay. So the next point is landing your first client is a combination of different factors. So in the last Let's Get Hacky section, we talk about it. There are some recommendations that I'm giving out. Of course, it's not the whole experience, the whole scope, but it's going to help you get there. And you need to also put some work, put some time and effort on this. The next point is make sure your clients see you as a business ally. So once you made that interaction with your client, potential client, make sure that they see you, that you are actually there to provide value for the problem that they are facing, right? Not just like, here, I can just do some pictures, some videos. No, like you really want to help, right? And you are actually helping their business succeed, okay? And this is from the conversation with Santi. Prepare for showtime, right? Don't leave, or don't take things for granted. Like something can definitely not work out. In our case, in that first project, we were challenged by the light situation, so we were not prepared for that. So take everything into consideration. Experience is gonna make you better at that, but believe me, you don't really wanna screw up your very first opportunity with a big client. And the last point is you are a work in progress, and based on the conversation that I had with Santi, you need to be patient, and you also need to understand that the more you keep adding on to that expertise or that areas of expertise that you have, the more talented you will be, and the more value you will be able to offer. But it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of effort, and you will see the results when the time has passed. Okay, so definitely the moment or the place you start is certainly not the place you will end up. And Santi is a very cool example for this. From renting his own gear, speakers, now he's producing events at DHL, and that's actually something really, really impressive. Okay, so be patient and be perseverant as well. This leads me to the thank you very much. Really, thank you everyone that has stayed here throughout this episode. I think we made it, right, Jorge? Believe me, it was very hard 10 minutes before the show. We were having so terrible complications, and I'm so proud. Jorge has been doing an amazing job. So Jorge, please say goodbye to the audience. Like really a huge round of applause for you, because you have been doing amazing work on the backstage. So thank you very much. I also want to appreciate the people behind also working remotely with us, Danny and Ana Pao. They have been also doing an amazing work. So thank you very much, Ana Pao and Danny. I think Ana Pao, you're not going to be able to be with us for the next episode, right? But Danny will be. So don't worry. It's going to be amazing. We're going to miss you, of course, Ana Pao, but we understand. And last but not least, Santi, again, thank you very much for joining us today on the episode. It was a nice conversation. I told you it was going to be a very good conversation on how to get started and transforming your creative talent into a business. All right? So we made it. We made it, and I'm so proud, so happy that things worked out very well. I will leave you now with the closing of this episode. Julia Samokina, she's going to be playing again music for us. So thank you very much, and I will see you for next episode next Wednesday. We will announce the speaker very soon, the guest for that episode. Again, I can tell you that next episode is going to be amazing. You'll see. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, I told you in the beginning, just if you really like what you see, we're putting a lot of work. Just subscribe, hit the button, spread some love, share the word if you think this is good content for someone that might be needed it. And that's all for me. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon. I'll leave you with Julia. Amazing skills at the, I think, saxophone, right? So yeah, take care. See you very soon.